Session 2, y'all. Okay, so I would suggest this once. If you guys like it, we'll keep it. But if you don't, there's no problem there. But I like when my players give the recap from last session. And there's a very good reason. I want to hear from you what you remember playing, what you remember that happened, because that way I will know what parts of the plot, what the details that you were most interested in. Because if you keep forgetting some minor plot point, I might as well just drop it if it's not catching your attention, or if you remember something very fondly that I came up with on the fly, and I'll try to explore that a little further in the future. So that way, it's a form of adapting to what your opinion of the game is, and for as a sort of a gift for a good recap, I will grant the whole party, but let me rephrase that. I will grant 1d10 that anyone can use, but it's just 1d10 for the party. You can use it to add to any d20 roll, skill check, attack rolls, saves, or you can subtract from any d20 roll. So if you want to subtract from a monster's saving throw to turn a success into a failure, you can do that, or to reduce their attack. But net 20s are still net 20s, and net 1s are still net 1s. So even the inspiration d10, the DM inspiration, it's not enough to change that. So, real quick, someone is against the recap rule?
Sounds good to me.
Okay. So,
Yeah, fine with it.
everyone but Stuart, that wasn't here last week, uh, eh, we can do it any way you guys prefer. Someone can volunteer to start. You can roll the dice, and who gets the lowest result goes first, and we can go each session until it everyone had a round. Or you can just someone can start and then someone can pick up in the middle. You can help yourselves to add more and more details. Any way that you want to do it, it's fine.
Gotcha. And for this DM, the DM inspiration, is that like a D20?
No, it's a D10.
D10.
But you
Okay, and then
but
you
you
add horse.
add, yeah, you add the D10 to a D20 roll.
Gotcha. Okay. I mean, I guess I can kick it off if you guys are all right with that. Just let me know if I miss any details.
Go ahead.
Okay.
All right. So I believe on our last session we were on a road to. Ooh, I forgot the name of it though. But I know we were on a road to. I think it was Tarvin.
Yeah,
Turvin.
Turvin. Yes.
Turvin. Okay. We was on our road to Turvin to the royal court to get each and our you know our own stuff resolved. Um, we kind of met each other, and my guy Sparks hooked me up with some clean clothes and nice shoes all over with his mending spell. Fixed me up real nice.
Don't
It's
forget
my
about
new.
the cleaning spell too.
That's right. Prestidigitation. That's right. Okay, I forgot. I thought it was all mending for some reason. But yes. And then we met. Everybody. Like I said, we all met each other, got acquainted. And we met another fellow on the wagon with us by the name, as we referred to him as Nobody, but somebody someday. um, and he was a very interesting fella. I believe he was a tiefling as well. Was he a tiefling, DM?
Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
right.
he was.
Okay,
Yeah.
he was a tiefling, dressed really nice. Um, Gave us some info, not too much. about what he was gonna do, very vague and secretive, kind of sus. Um, but then I believe on our way there, we heard some screams from carriages up ahead and realized that it was a goblin attack. And that's when, everybody hopped out the goblin, kind of did their thing. Our monk, vanquished 9 out of the 10 goblins, for example, just by her kicks and punches. um, and then I believe once we did that, we spoke to Mr. Nobody again, and I'm not sure if I'm mistaken or not, but he told us to meet him somewhere. Was it somewhere that he told us? Oh no, sorry, mistaken. He said we will find him around town at one point. And then I believe after our goblin attack, that's when we kept moving because the goblins retreated. Well, the rest of the goblins retreated that was attacking us, and then I believe that is where kind of once all that happened, we got to the actual turban, and I believe that's kind of about where we ended.
We got
Right
paid
when we
5 gold.
Oh no, and then we I think we went to like a tavern or something like that. I can't recall exactly where we went.
Mm-hmm. Anyone wants to help out?
Yeah, please. I was about to say that's as far as I kind of remember at the top of my head.
We went to a tavern that a city guard had recommended because they always had rooms. And we used the 1 gold that we got off of the goblins to have drinks. And Drya had alcohol for the first time, and the monk encouraged her to chug it. And Drya got really drunk. And so they retired to the rooms. Drya and Mosa taking one room because Mosa felt bad that she had tricked Drya
Into
and
getting wasted.
Yeah, into getting wasted. And when we got up the next morning, there were people talking about how there was a heist of the engagement ring.
Yes, perfect.
And Sparks is convinced that it was nobody. Well, somebody now.
Because he was a crafty character. And he wasn't crafting anything.
Right.
I think that was about it. I can't remember anything else, truthfully.
Yeah,
I can't remember the name of the inn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that it could be worth a little extra reward if you guys remember the name of the inn, because it was a very, yeah. No, anyone have any guesses?
I named Dragon.
It was the Devil's Armpit.
I
Remember
knew
that?
it was something funny. I just couldn't remember it.
No worries. Okay, so you guys have to remember that you have 1 unit of a D10 that you have to decide what is the best use of it. You can decide after rolling, okay? So yeah, I really need to succeed on the stealth check, and you roll poorly. You may want to roll the D10 after you know the result of the D20. No problems there. But it's for the party, and it's just 1 use. So you have to. Everyone has to agree that it's a good use of it. Okay. Uh, Perfect. So now to re-establish ourselves in the city of Turvin, the capital of the kingdom of the same name. It's a time of festivity. It's a time of happiness and joy, but not for too long, as the rumors are already spreading themselves. Even though the royal guard and all the higher ups are trying their best for it to not become public. But something is wrong, something is putting them at uh, an uneasiness that they have to take action. Rumor has it that something was stolen. You've heard from a patron of the Devil's Armpit Inn that it is believed that it was something from the prince, something from the royal family, something directly from the royal coffers that was important somehow. You, all of you have reasons to be here in this city. You all kind of decided out of the moment that you might want to stay for a little while longer together, because you all could see what the others were capable of. It felt as if you made a good team. So I'm not trying to walk on your shoes, but it felt as if after that breakfast full of new information and rumors that you were about to go as a group to try to see if there's a reward, perhaps if there is something of your interest in these rumors. If at anything the mere possibility of the stranger who didn't want to to give you their name is involved somehow, just the sheer curiosity of it can be a fuel to accept this call to adventure. But the only lead that you have so far, the only thing that both the barkeep and the man who brought the rumors in believe, it's that the local thieves guild, known an organization known as the Corge, could be behind it all. With just that information and the physical description of the man that you believe it's behind it all, that's what you have to work with at the moment. So I now ask to all of you, what do you do?
I mean, we could go talk to the guard and ask if there's a reward. Cause you know I'm always wanting money.
I like the way you think, Sparks.
That
Definitely talk to somebody.
Yeah, cause I don't know
would
any.
suit me just fine.
What was that, Dira?
That would suit me just fine.
Well, why don't we just get going then? Oh, where's Bosa?
She wasn't feeling well. She's staying in the room.
Oh, okay. Well, who the hell am I supposed to hide behind? I mean, Yeah, let's get going. So ask the barkeep if there is a guard station or a place the guards have an office that we might be able to ask about.
Yes, they have their barracks not too far from here, but they're everywhere today
Okay.
for some reason. They're just asking almost anyone.
Okay, thank you. Well, let's go outside and see if we can find the guard. So walk
Well,
out.
that asking just any guard will work. They may not know if there's a reward.
I mean, but they could point us to someone in charge that they could ask.
This is true.
I mean, it doesn't hurt. But we gotta
All right.
go. We gotta go out the door first before we can find it. Come on.
Lead on, Sparks.
What?
Lead on.
Again? What did you say?
Lead on.
Finn, you go first.
I'm right behind you.
He opens his door. He goes. It does the after you, and just. Oh my God! I can walk out the door
Seems
and
like
start looking for guards.
seems like someone was unwilling, decided to be the leader.
Well, I may be the leader, but they're gonna learn. I shouldn't be.
Okay, so out in the streets you go, leaving behind the very pleasant calmness of the Incredible Devil's Armpit Tavern. You go out on your merry way. While you now roam the streets, searching for guards, searching for answers. Let's hold it for a minute and let's discover what it's exactly that it's going on somewhere close right now. There is someone who entered the city the same way many of these travelers, mercenaries did. It's not just anyone that can go walking in the city of Durban. There is bureaucracy, so you have to have documents. You have to state a reason for you to stay in the city. For how long do you aim to be in the city? And you're still not sure how did you manage to get yourself in, right? Uh, Now I'll just ask this once because
Power.
it's I don't know how to exactly to pronounce, but is your character Stuart? Is your character's name Ghost or does it pronounce differently?
That's correct.
Ghost.
No,
Okay.
it's just different way of spelling ghost.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. No problems. But now that you are inside the city of Third, I believe that you look like a humanoid of normal, regular stature, right? But you don't have the
more-
traits of a human. Instead, you have different traits, right? Can you please describe
He's more-
Ghost to us?
Yeah, he's more elven in stature. So
Mhm.
he's about 5'5" 120 pounds, And so more of a slight build. Um, and from what you can see, basically he's garbed in full black leather armor from top to bottom, including a half mask that goes up above his nose. All you can basically see is his hair, which is kind of grayish black streaked, kind of a medium long, messy look. Peering out above the mask, you can see like a yellowy orange eyes, and you can sort of tell the ears. They look elvish, as in pointy, but they're more thin. So it's a thinner version of an elf, almost like a longer gnome type of ear. Skin color is more like grayish, so it's kind of a medium light gray, almost like a half drow look. The black leather armor that he's cladded in is more like a padded leather, so it looks like you could actually wouldn't afford him much more protection, but if he was to lay down in the armor, it looks like it would cushion him a little bit more and give him a little bit more size. That's about it.
Perfect. And do you happen to have any idea why the guards did let you in, or are you clueless?
He kind of walked in amongst the caravan, kind of hiding in the shadows a little bit, and
Okay.
managed to just kind of like blend in and get through.
Perfect. So, as you are Ghost, wandering the city, do you think your character would have ever come to such a big metropolis of a city? Or do you
Never.
think this is new?
First time ever.
Perfect. It's confusing. It's almost overwhelming for many. The sheer number of different lives walking around, faces that you have never seen, that you probably will never see again, and much more than you could possibly count. As you do wander around, you are approached by a guard. A soldier, a human, a young adult looking man. He wears chainmail, and he has a spear and a shield. What is your insight bonus, Ghost?
Plus four.
+4. Okay, so you have a good insight. You can tell, even just with your passive, that he doesn't look like he's very skilled at holding that much weight of the spear, the shield, the armor. He looks tired, even though the day had just recently began. So he approaches you. Citizen, halt. I need you to answer me some questions.
Do my best.
For how long have you been in the city?
Moments.
Have you
Just
wandered
enter.
near the palace?
I just got in the city a few minutes ago. That caravan that you see passing by you.
He stops for a moment, as if he is trying to read you somehow. To which parts of the palace have you been to?
You asked me that already, sir. I have not been to the palace. I don't even know where it is from where I stand. I just entered this town a few minutes ago. Just looking for lodging, to get some food, get some rest, and probably get back on the road again.
You chose a very particular time to just be traveling around, didn't you?
Not really sure. This is the first large town I've come across in my travels. Just no rhyme or reason, just adventuring.
I see.
Is there anything specific that you would like to ask me, or I see that you're struggling with your weight, and I know how arduous it can be, as you can see the length of the sword that I carry. It's not the easiest thing, and I understand what you're going through, and I understand your role here is to protect your towns, your city, but I mean no harm, and literally will be probably most likely in and out before anybody even knows, with nothing more than what I have currently on my back. And I can show you what I have if you'd like to look at my belongings.
Roll a persuasion check. Let's see how he handles your diplomatic skills. So you just roll it privately.
Oh,
But
23.
there's no worries. Okay. Just you can change on the settings just right above the dice tray. Yeah. You can tell that he was unsure of how to handle you. For a moment there, you think he was trying to trick you into saying something suspicious, so that way he had a reason to arrest you. But now you feel as if you had just disarmed him, and he, there is no need, citizen. And he's trying almost like to find an excuse without being too passive. And at this moment, while you were talking to this guard, let's go back to the rest of the group. So Drya, Finn, and Sparks, you get out of the inn. The city is all yours once again. The sheer feeling of possibility of all the roads that you can take, but you are looking for a specific person, not a specific person, but a specific profession. You look around trying to search for a guard, and there you have it, a young looking man, almost interrogating a weird looking elf, but not quite an elf. He's right there, very close to you, like some 30 feet. So if you need to talk to a guard, this might be your guy. What do you do?
Walk up to the guard, kick him in the knee. Hey!
Yeah.
Hello, Mr. Guard.
Yes.
So, is there a reward for the missing ring?
Shh. Citizen, what do you know of this?
That there's a missing ring, and we want to know if there's a reward, and, yeah.
Shh.
Does
Does he look like
matter.
he's panicking, DM?
Yeah, he's kind of losing his posture. This shouldn't be
Gotcha.
public information. It could create
I point to
panic.
the guy, but the guy that he was talking to, and And have you talked to him? Because he's wearing like all black. I mean, he'll blend into everything except for all white.
Yeah.
I'll cut in as he's saying that and accusing the guy, and I'll say, "Hey, guard, excuse me. What my friend is trying to say is, we've heard that something has gone missing from the royal court, and we're just trying to see if we can be of some assistance, and possibly, you know, seek a reward if one so happens to have one."
Wow, that guy's tall. Well, both of them are tall.
Well, as you are approaching the guard and approaching Ghost, why don't you take just a quick description of your characters as well, as we just heard Ghost's physical description. Let's hear yours.
So you see a 3'5" gnome walking toward you, wearing this really, really loud armor, has a shield in his hand, and a backpack that is overflowing with tools and equipment, and he's wearing a necklace of goblin teeth. That the teeth are almost to his navel, but they're teeth. And black hair, and he makes a lot of noise as he moves, and not the best looking guy either. And that would be Sparks.
For my guy, you would see a human male, about 5'9". He's got some like medium length, maybe like down to his ears, a little longer. Brown scraggly hair. Looks pretty fit, about 175. You see some, he looks very like his physique is pretty good. You see he got kind of just a regular kind of just attire, just a white t-shirt now, white. He's got some suspenders kind of hooked onto like these brown leathery type of pants with just some, kind of work boots. Very farmer looking dude.
And with them, you would see a purple tiefling who has short black hair. She stands 3'6", not including her one white horn. And she is dressed in a green sundress with like the top part of black leather armor over the dress and the bottom part of the black leather armor under the dress, so it's very like fashionable. She's like, there's not a speck of dirt on her or a hair out of place.
Nice. The guard looks.
And she kind of looks. Oh, sorry.
No, you can finish your description.
I was gonna say she looks at Ghost and says, "Sorry about them."
I'll look over them. You mean him?
Oh, yes. Sorry about Sparks.
No worries.
Citizens, the guard interjects. You seem to be very well informed of something that we are trying our best to keep it as subtle. I will have you. I need you all to accompany me to the barracks. I have some questions that need answers.
Okay, yes, I will charge a copper piece per step to get to the barracks. Then, if you're willing to pay that, I'll gladly come along, sir.
This is not a joke. No.
I mean, What kind of questions you need from me? Because I didn't do anything.
That's for me to decide. Yeah, you all can tell that he looks like uh, a guy that's not so sure of what he's doing. He feels a little insecure, but he is trying his best to be intimidating, and he wants to. uh, It's clear for all of you that he is trying to be the authority in this conversation. So, what do you do?
I do the, after you gesture, go, lead the way! Because I don't know where the hell the barracks is!
Okay, so everyone is following alone.
Ghost will
I'm-
just stand his ground because he's assuming that the guard is speaking to the rest of the party.
I think Drya will turn to Ghost and look at him and go, "Oh no, darling. If we're in trouble, you're in trouble. Come along."
Look at him! He's walking trouble!
My mother
Let's see
always
if-
told me there'd be girls like you.
Finn just raises eyebrows.
Hey, can I ask you a question, Mr. Tall, dark, and white-haired guy?
By all means.
Is it hard to breathe through that mask?
No.
What? Then why are you wearing it?
It's for protection.
What protection? Does the sun hurt your mouth?
Skin is sensitive to the bright light.
Oh! If you say so. I don't understand what that means. Okay, Mr. Guard, which way are we going? Left or right here?
Follow me. And he.
Oh, he had to say it. So Sparks is right behind him, and every move he makes, Sparks makes. So follow him like a Looney Tunes cartoon.
Nice.
Ghost
Finn will
will-
also extend his hand to Ghost. You know, he's a very kind of jolly kind of dude. So he'll kind of say, "Oh, I'm Finn, by the way. Put her there." As I kind of just put my hand out.
Ghost will put out his hand, not really sure what to expect. He's again completely garbed with leather glove. He's holding out his hand, but he seems to be very tentative with what that exactly means. It looks like he's trying to mirror you rather than actually shake your hand. He puts his hand out the exact same way, but he stops at that point.
Gotcha. All right. So I'll look at him like kind of awkwardly for a second, and I'll just kind of just grab your hand and shake it. You know, not too excessive, but a little excessive, and just say, "Yeah, this is just how I greet people."
This is a good positive thing, right?
Well,
That'd be
not
right.
Not when he's been dealing with manure.
So this is a friendly thing, yes?
Yes. I kind of just nod my head and I'll let go of your hand finally.
I'm sorry, I don't know why. Who is this guy and why is he trying to take us somewhere?
Apparently, I think you got roped in with us at the moment. So, I'll kind of, briefly explain to him. Just, I guess I could say it. So apparently, possibly I'll kind of hush it to him because, the guard was trying to keep it under hush, as we're walking to the barracks, and just let him know, yeah, apparently something happened at the court that they're missing a valuable item. and we're just trying to seek some reward.
You speak of court. This is court, from what I understand, in human settlements. That's a part where nobility would reside.
That is correct. That's, I believe, where the royal family resides.
Oh, I didn't expect this type of welcoming so early on. All right. Let's go.
I don't believe he's taking us to the court. I believe he's probably taking us to his superiors at the barracks. And unfortunately, I don't think he's going to give us a reward or prospect of a reward, but rather, he thinks we did it.
What is this it that we would have done? I don't understand.
Thieving.
Oh, this rookie doesn't know anything. I'll say it real low to try it.
Maybe we should not go with him.
Dryo lean back to Finn and whisper, "At least we know he didn't do it."
I'll just shrug my shoulders. Yeah.
At that point, Ghost will look at the party and use his insight to pretty much gauge that they seem like a pretty decent group. So he will try and follow, but he will stay, a step or two back, but we'll continue on.
Okay. So the group of 3 is following the guard. Ghost, the newcomer, a little far behind, but going to the same direction, right? Okay. It seems that the guard takes you all to this facility, this headquarters of sorts, where at least a part of the city guard is located to have a place to have their inventories, their armories, for their superiors to give orders, and even for them to have a place to sleep, to crash by when needed. As you entered, it doesn't look like a prison to you, okay? So you do not know if it is in the same building. So if that's one of your assumptions, that you are about to be jailed, doesn't look quite like that for now. But he orders you to wait for his superiors in a closed room. In a room where there are a few chairs, but no one else in sight. Does anyone don't want to follow his orders, or are you agreeing, at least for now?
I walk in the room.
Dryo would wait. Dryo would wait in the room, but not sit.
Finn would walk in, sit down, plop down.
Ghost is going to stand close to Jiraiya because he's reluctant to go much further at this point, not knowing where he is and why he's going anywhere, and he seems to get a good read off of Jiraiya, so he's going to stick close to her and for now.
So, Mr. Tall, dark, and white-haired guy, who are you again? I didn't catch your name as I was making fun of the guard.
I don't think I offered my name yet, but it is Ghost.
Howdy, Ghost. I am. Oh, hold on. Let me rethink it. My name is Meredith Short Sparks, but most people never remember it, so everybody just calls me Sparks. It's nice to meet you.
You as well.
And that there is Dyra. That there is. And we got another friend. She's sick right now. Her name is Mosa. And then I think you already met the Finn person. We have become fast and furious friends. And I guess you got stuck with us. I'm sorry.
It appears you're correct somehow.
I have a habit of being that way.
It's a good thing to be.
I'm just curious why they think we would have anything to have done with it, because we haven't been here that long.
Oh, I don't know. Probably the fact that you gave specifics when specifics weren't given when the guards were talking.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Like that dry, yeah, that right.
Hey, you told me to be in the lead. Yep. Uh-huh.
I simply said lead the way out the door of the inn.
Well, you did.
That right.
Not go up to a guard and kick it.
Well, you didn't start talking to the guard. If you would have started talking to the guard, I would have sat there and been quiet. Okay, I would have sat there or standing there. Not sure if I would have been
Probably would
quiet.
have started talking to the guard if you hadn't walked up and kicked him.
It got his attention, didn't it?
Also, is that a way of greeting people?
When they're
Kicking
taller than you.
I look at Dry and say,
them?
"Oh,
Everyone's
lucky you
taller than
did
me,
that.
and I don't go around kicking people.
Well, you're taller than me, and you're the only person I can see almost eye to eye to. If you don't want me to kick more people, I won't kick more people. Today.
No. I want to see you kick Mosa. I think that would be entertaining.
I ain't stupid.
I ain't laughing loud as shit."
Mr. Ghost,
Yes.
I try something just to see if you respond. I speak in Undercommon to see if you understand me. Hello there.
Don't even react in any way, shape, or form. He doesn't know what you're saying. He just looks confused.
Oh, sorry. I thought you might know that language.
No, sorry, that doesn't sound anywhere familiar.
Well, dang it. Still can't talk to nobody with that. Learned it for no dang reason.
Hey, DM, out of character. Would we have seen his type of species any type of where that possibly might resemble something besides, like a short elf or a shorter elf?
Yeah.
I'm just curious. I don't know.
Stuart, can I say yes, or do you want to keep it a secret for a little while longer?
Well, he's 5'5", so I mean he's pretty much on par with elf.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I don't know why I was thinking three.
That's all right. His skin coloring is different though. His skin coloring is like a grayish, so it's almost like let's say it's a cross between a gnome and a drow elf in coloring. His ears again they look elvish, but they're thinner and pointier, more like a gnome's ears.
Gotcha. So like your species wouldn't be like common per se.
No.
Okay.
Very,
All right, so
very
then
uncommon.
That makes sense then. Okay. I'm a lonely farmer, so I wouldn't know shit. So.
No, this guy would be so confusing to you. The only people, or the only one who would probably have even the slightest clue, would be Sparks. he might have some sort of inkling that there might be a little bit more commonality to him than anybody else. But that's about
Okay.
all you can glean.
Okay.
Perfect.
And that's what Sparks was trying to figure out to see if you were a offshoot of a drow or something.
Yeah. Well, you did. That was a good guess. But you're close, but not yet. Again, I don't know how many languages you have, but you can try some other ones.
He tries Goblin.
No, that won't work.
How do you think I insult goblins to come fight me?
Look at the teeth.
We have
I've got a couple of more, but I'll wait on those.
we have an inside joke in one of my tables that whenever a goblin speaks in Goblin, and anyone asks, "Do you speak Goblin?" Someone will say, "You don't speak Goblin. You kill goblins."
There you go.
Nice. Makes sense.
Usually the paladin.
Usually, right?
Okay, is there any other interaction that you want to do, or are you just now waiting to see what
Yeah, no.
the guards
The guard that brought us here, he left the room, right?
Yeah, he probably, you believe that he's right outside the door.
Oh, okay. And there's nobody else besides us in this room, correct?
No, it feels like a waiting
Okay.
room / interrogation
Got it.
room.
That's kind of what I was thinking or picturing.
Mhm. Okay, so as you wait to see what happens, um, a, a little bit more than half an hour goes by without change. Uh, who amongst you has the highest passive perception? I already point out that I believe that Finn would have a good passive perception, but let's see who has.
I have a 15.
Mine's only 9.
Yeah, mine's 16. Not too much higher than Sparks.
Okay. So 15 or more. You can overhear the conversation outside the door. The young guards that brought you here, you recognize his voice. He's saying, "But sir, they look incredibly suspicious. You have to take a look at them yourself. They even talk weird." Right? And then the guard says, the other one says, "You can just go around bringing citizens here just for them, just because they look weird. That's not how we operate." But sir, they mentioned they already knew about the theft, so they probably are up to something. And then you hear a third voice, and this one's a little deeper, and it says, "Let me have a word with them." And you can hear the uncertainty, like, "No, but sir, you don't need to. No, let me." And you can hear footsteps and the door opening. The one who opens the door is a knight. He doesn't look like a guard. He doesn't wear basic chainmail. He's wearing plate armor. And a very well made one. Very well kept as well. He looks like a veteran. He's a human as well, a male human, with black skin, and he looks like he's past his 40s, maybe into his 50s or so. But the complete opposite of the guard you met on the streets. This one feels at home, using heavy armor, carrying his weapon. This one has the posture of a true warrior, and this is what he looks like. He opens the door, and he stays in silence for a few seconds, while his eyes scan the room, taking a close look at each and every one of you.
You know, some water would be nice.
Guards,
Guards.
bring them some water.
What? I'm thirsty. They made me come here, or he made me come here.
The guard will bring water for all of you.
Oh, thank you. See, I can be nice. I said thank you.
It has come to my attention that you are all visitors here in the city. None
That'd
of
be
you,
right.
None of you is here for more than 24 hours.
Also right. I kind of just nodded at him as he's saying that.
And you're also aware that there has been a theft in the royal palace. And it seems that you are interested in a possible reward. So you see,
Always.
how that's suspicious.
Nope.
Oh, so
Un- Unfortunately, yes.
Woman, I don't know why it's
Woman
suspicious.
me.
We've heard about it, so we asked because we are a group of friends that think we could do something, maybe find out about it. You know, help y'all guards because you can't seem to find it yourself.
Yes, but half of what we heard was rumors.
What's your point? They probably heard the same shit we hear. Same stuff. I mean, stuff. Yes, stuff.
The fact that we're here probably proves those rumors were true.
So, yes, we did not steal anything. As I put my thieves' tools away.
We didn't even have the chance to rob you yet. You barely just arrived.
But, we were just trying to help and trying to find some, I need money to buy plans to make magic items to sell. And I can't do that if I don't have money. And since this crap's going on, sounded like a way to make some money. Ah, that was good water.
I'll say to the night guy, I'll say, well, you see, what my friend is trying to say is we heard of the rumor in the tavern that we stayed in about, something stolen. I won't be too specific, but I heard, something might have happened, and we were just trying to be helpful, because myself, I am trying to get in contact with the court with an issue of my own. So we figured this would be the best way to help.
I can see why you were mistaken by suspects by the guard earlier. But I don't believe that this group of yours would have the capability of breaking in the palace through all its defenses, neutralizing magical wards, and getting out without leaving a trace behind.
That sounds like an expert thief, and I am not an expert.
Average.
Right.
He
I
looks.
was about to say.
It's an average thief. Yeah.
Dryad just face palms.
Yeah,
You're going to jail. We'll see you later.
The knight gives you a stare, a glare. And
Hey, if that kind of look would hurt me, my mama would have killed me a long time ago.
But we are glad that you wish to help. Officially, you're not allowed to. This is for the city guard only to solve. But we are running out of time, and we are not getting much progress. One of the reasons is that most of the underworld in the city is well aware of who the guards and sergeants are. So it makes it's more difficult for us. You're looking for a reward. You're looking for gold. And you're looking for status with the court. If that's the case, I'm willing to work with you if you prove yourselves useful.
How'd you like us to do that?
As you spoke, Sparks was about to say something, but he shut up as you spoke.
I don't know how or why. What are your methods of preference? You just bring me that God's damned ring back. We do not even care about the thief, whether it lives or dies. We just need the ring.
And what information might you have that will help us help you? Then I'll stop and say, actually, what reward were you thinking? And I'll look over at Sparks.
And he gives you the big thumbs, well, for him, a small thumbs up.
Right.
I believe on your line of profession. A good reward for mercenaries such as yourselves would be around 1,000 gold pieces.
Hell yeah, we'll help.
Special about this ring.
It was the ring that passed down generations of the Longeview family line. As our prince is the last of this great house, he wishes to continue the tradition.
Might you have a description of this ring?
I do. It's a golden ring. It has a ruby on its gem, and he describes the ring in more detail. It sounds like the most fancy, most expensive jewelry you probably ever heard of. And he goes in great detail. There isn't much I can tell you that I can give of information to help. But we have reasons to believe that it was done by a single thief. He might have had help from outside, but inside the
Do you
palace,
think you might have? Yeah, I was just about to ask. Never mind. Carry on. That was
It-
my question.
inside the palace, we believe that it was just him. He's probably, he or she or they are probably a spellcaster or someone with great knowledge. For, as I said, all the traps and wards were dispelled before activation. Something that would take a skilled spellcaster to do.
Were these spells undetectable? These wards that protected the ring?
He gives his shoulder as someone say, "Well, it seems that they were detectable now."
And with that, as he does that, I'll say, well, maybe maybe somebody on the inside might have helped. Ever think about that?
With that possibility, we will work on our own in, within the court. You, outsiders, will deal with the possibility of outside the court. Does that make sense?
So you're basically saying that you don't want us to talk to any of the royal people, that we might be an eyesore.
Precisely.
Yeah, I'm good with that. Because those people say, I've met a couple of them on occasion, and they's uppity. I don't do well with uppity.
Well,
So do y'all have no clue who might have thought of about taking it, huh?
I already, but I believe that I have given you all the information that it's in my power to give. There are some things that will remain will remain within only within the nobility.
So where do you think might be a good place to start?
I haven't got a freaking clue.
I have a list, a small list.
Oh, I guess you were talking to him, not me. See, I'm just not good at this investigation stuff.
A small list of suspects. Again, You're not known in the city. You're not known to be part of the guard or to be working for the crown. You go in as outsiders. You do not mention my name or the royal guard. And most importantly, you do not go around spreading that the prince was stolen by a thief. Not at this moment where he struggles so much to gain his place and to become king. Understand?
Well, Mr. Knight, I don't think I actually got your name. The name's Finn, and I'll stick my hand out to him.
He waits. He takes a few seconds to go for the handshake, but he eventually goes, and he says, "My name is Sir Caradoc. Caradoc Duran." I'm gonna write that down if someone wants to put on their notes.
Yep. And then I'll let him know. See, the thing about that last statement was we heard it in a tavern. I don't think we can control how this information gets out.
You can't
Oh,
control.
but we can keep it from spreading
Yes.
from our lips.
Thank you.
True.
Stop looking at me like that.
I'm looking at you.
Okay, moving your head pointing in my direction still counts.
I literally was looking at my nails.
But I know when to keep my mouth shut.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't told Nola what you. Never mind.
So, about these suspects you're talking about, any names and descriptions you might have that might assist us?
Yes. I'll have that written down for you.
Nice.
But my main suspects are a alchemist from the merchants district. He has a store. He's an unfamous one, for he is known for the not for the bad quality of his products. It's rumored that he has connections with the Corge. So maybe he was behind some of the tools that the thief could have used, such as invisibility, dispelling of traps and wards. The second one, I believe you should start with him. The others will be on the document if you want to take a read at them later.
So why do you suspect this alchemist so much?
As I said, if he do have ties with the Corge, with the Thieves Guild, he might know something. I don't believe he was the thief, but he probably could have sold potions or helped the thief in other ways.
And
Why
where
not
might
just skip the middleman? Sorry.
No, go ahead. You're good.
Why not just skip the middleman and go talk to someone in the gorge?
If you believe that you are able to do it, then go for it. But it's risky. And they, by this point, with all our discretion, they might already know that you are working for me.
Where might we locate this alchemist shop?
I'll give you the address. Just let me know if you have any more questions.
At this point, Ghost will walk up to the knight and stand in front of him and ask him if he can speak with him quietly. He can whisper to him. He's comfortable with that.
Of course, what is it that you wish from me?
I need. Would you be able to provide me with a perfect recollection of the ring in question? The dimensions, the size, quality, exact appearance. Have you seen the ring before?
I have not. I mean, only briefly. He starts
Would you be able-
describing it's a golden ring with a ruby.
Yep.
Okay, as the jewel, but he described it using his.
But he
his-
has.
Huh?
He has seen it
uh,
briefly.
I have not. It was not of my.
So-
I wasn't very.
We're looking for a ring that we don't know what it looks like, other than the vague description. Would we be able to get an exact description from somebody?
I'll do my best to see if I find someone who pays more attention to jewelry
is
than
very-
myself.
This is very important because I'm going to share something with you. And Ghost tells the knight to turn towards the wall while he's facing the wall. And he says, I'm going to cast a small little illusion spell. Are you okay with that?
Normally, you would need an authorization to
I
cast
understand.
spells in the city, but this is.
I want to create an illusion of the ring, and I want you to tell me how close I am to the ring. Is that acceptable?
At this point, anything that helps.
Okay, so at this point, Ghost will cast Minor Illusion and make it in the form of the ring to the best of the description that he's
Mhm.
been given.
Okay, he gives you more information. So when you create the first example, he says no, it's a little wider. It's a little no, but the ruby is a little bigger, and he goes giving you corrections until he says, "Yeah, that's how I remember it."
Perfect. That will be helpful. Thank you. Ghost will step back to the group.
And there are a few things that I will ask of you. That you act with discretion, and that you act with haste.
I'm always discretion.
Discreet.
That's what I said.
Ugh.
So we're going to see the alchemist, right? What part of town is he in?
And while everyone's starting to talk, Ghost will show everybody the ring
Ooh,
and say, "This is what we're looking for."
see, we found the ring.
And as he shows everybody, it fades into mist.
Yeah, shit. I thought we fit. Damn, I thought we were gonna get our 1,000 gold. Okay, so again, where's this alchemist at, and how do we get there?
Okay. He describes you exactly how to get there. You have to take a left turn at the Pine Street, and then you enter the Oak Street. I don't know, just came up with names on the spot, but he gives you the directions. So as you are going towards the alchemist shop, unless you want to do something else, but I'm considering that you're going straight directly there, right?
As they are,
Deanne,
Ghost
what
will be asking the group, like, what exactly are we doing? I still don't understand why we are doing this. Other than apparently for gold. Is this normal? Is this what people do? They get tasks and make gold?
Well, you have to get money somewhere to be able to live and eat and get magic and you know, make magic. So how else are you supposed to do it?
Well, where I come from, we raised animals and we traded for goods, and
So instead of trading, we're getting the gold things. That's our trade for doing this. So, um, that's the best way I can describe it. We're trading our time for the gold, and we're trying to get that thingamajigger that's missing. See, I can be discreet.
very well.
Dryad just rolls her eyes.
See, told you rolled your eyes. I like you, Mr. Ghosty Man.
Thank you.
I still don't understand why you're all in black, but yeah, everybody's got their taste.
It's good for
uh,
staying out of the way of being noticed.
You really believe that?
It served me well.
Everybody around here is looking at you because you were all in black. They think you a thief.
Ghost, at that point, he peers around looking and doesn't see anybody looking at him, and he's like, I see.
You know what? When I get a chance, I will make you some new clothes, and you can try some different colors other than the black. A nice swab. No, that's not the name of it. Purple. No, that's royal. Blue. We'll get you a blue mask you can put on. Then you don't have to have. Then you won't be completely dark. I mean, you got white hair.
It's actually gray and black mixed, but that's okay.
What, your hair?
Yeah, it's a gray and black, streaky, messy mix of gray and
You know,
black.
I can help you with that hair. You need some help with it?
No, thank you though.
I mean, I can get the grease out of the hair. You know.
Grease, I'm not sure.
Can I try?
It's very kind of you to offer, sir, but we should probably stick to the task that apparently we're on.
What are we doing?
I think we're trying to find this ring.
Nope. See, you're not being discreeted. We're not trying to find that. We're just trying to find something. Because Miss uh, her will roll her eyes if you say the other name. Or huff like that.
DM.
Mm-hmm.
DM.
Yes.
Would Drya have contacts in the Thieves Guild?
I don't know. Do you? That's really up to you.
Given
yeah.
given her history, I mean, it is possible, but I didn't know if that's how you would want it.
No, that's okay. If you think it makes sense, because the court it operates in many cities, but usually on just the biggest cities, not just villages or hamlets. You know,
Yeah,
so-
it'd make more sense if she has contacts back where she's from.
Mhm.
Now that I asked, my brain is working and saying, no. It'd make more sense if she had contacts back where she's from. So,
Yeah.
never mind.
But you
On to
can
the
try to
Alchemist.
you can try to use that as a way in, or maybe you know you have thief scant as a rogue, right?
Yep.
Let's say that your thief scant is it's kind of like the lingo that the court uses, so you know how to you know their passwords, even if they are from another town, you can still get around here. Okay, does that make sense?
Yes. So, just to keep her standing with the party, she would continue to the alchemist and just keep an eye out for anything that strikes her as like runes on a wall that would be thieves' cant or something like that.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, um, before we get into the alchemist shop, let's take a quick break, shall we?
Sounds good. What do you want, like a 5-10 minute?
Yeah, 5 to 10 minutes.
Okay.
Then we all get back and we will resume from here. Okay.
Sounds good.
on Twitch because I had muted us for this small talk, and we are now back. So, tell me again, are you all going directly towards the alchemist shop that you now have no that you now got the directions? What is it that you're going to do? I believe that Drya had asked me something before we went to the pause.
Dry wants to keep an eye out for any um, inclinations of thieves' cant around the town, like any markings, um, just indicating anything really that the thieves guild would want to indicate, you know,
Mm-hmm.
what shops to stay away from as far as heists. Um, maybe like indicating who, like, if there's a place that they hang out, that sort of stuff. So she just wants to keep an eye out as they walk.
Perfect. Do you want to make a perception roll, or do you wish to take your passive perception?
I'll make a perception roll. Perception.
Ooh. That's
Natural
20.
20 for
Yeah.
a 19.
Yeah, casually throwing net 20s, but yeah. Perfect. You keep an eye out and you notice every here and there these shadow marks that it's kind of like a code to indicate a place where a member of the court can find what they are looking for, be it loot, be it a safe place to take a rest, be it to indicate that maybe the owner of the establishment is an associate that shouldn't be disturbed, and you keep an eye out for these shadow marks everywhere in the city. You seem to have spotted a place where it's a gathering place, okay? Like a place where they could, uh, like a safe zone for the thieves and smugglers of the Corge. And as you approach the the alchemist shop, you realize that it is a place indicated that not that it's an associate of the Corge, but instead it's indicated as a place with valuable loot to be had. These shadow marks are
Okay.
usually drawn with chalk or maybe drawn on the stone of the near usually near the door, and they are very subtle. They are just markings that only someone looking for them would pay attention.
Yeah. So knowing this, she's gonna walk in and, well, no. She's going to look at probably Ghost. She doesn't know Ghost's background, but she's going to look at Ghost and say, I don't think we're gonna find what we're looking for here.
Why do you think that?
I don't think he's connected to the gorge.
Directly. What about indirectly?
Indirectly, I think someone's looking to get his valuables.
In his line of business, that would make sense. He is a vendor of valuable items, correct?
Depends on who you ask. It didn't sound like it to me, but
Alchemy, correct?
maybe.
Isn't that what the knight said? He was an alchemist?
Yeah. Yeah, but he
What
he
is an
indicated
alchemist?
that he wasn't the greatest of alchemists.
Yeah.
And yet he believes he's a suspect.
True. I mean, there's no harm in going in and poking around. I have a feeling we might find more success elsewhere.
The knight was quite clear that we weren't to arouse suspicion of any kind. So asking any questions is going to arouse suspicion, but without asking questions. You're basing your summary of the evidence you've ascertained by looking around the building, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Is that usually enough to go on?
She'll kind of subtly point out the mark.
I see.
So, are we going in or not?
And you and Flynn were already walking in, and her and Ghost kind of stayed back a bit.
Oh, okay then.
Okay. Sounds good.
I have a fear that if we allow Sparks to lead the conversation, they fall backwards on us. Is that a term that makes sense?
I see what you're saying. Well, then we best get in there and take command of the situation.
After you.
Okay.
Okay, so as you entered the shop, the alchemist shop, the place looks much more nicer and well kept on the outside than the inside. Inside, it feels like a store that is not well kept, it's not organized. Everything looks like it could have use for someone with more care to tend to it. But you see potions and remedies of all kinds on the shelves, and just to make sure that you just for clarification, actually, an alchemist in this city is someone that creates potions and other useful consumables using using alchemy, science, chemistry, using mixing herbs and other ingredients. But you're not going to find many potions of that an adventurer would have use for. You're not going to find much more than a healing potion for sale. Most of the things that he sells are like perfumes, shampoos, uh, medicine for a cough, medicine for a flu, stuff like that, stuff that a commoner
Simple remedies.
would have need for, because those are 99% of the population. Instead of
Like a
just,
pharmacy shop in our day and age kind
Yeah.
of thing. Okay.
of course. But people with a background such as Dryas, or maybe really anyone with a little more knowledge, knows that potions of fire breathing, potions of giant strength, they exist and they can be manufactured. So, for the right price, if you ask the right questions, one could find those with such a merchant. Maybe they are. Go ahead.
Is there anybody in this store? Is there anybody in this place besides us?
Yes. As you enter, it takes some time, but you can hear that on the inside, someone is taking care of their business, and he says from within, "I'm coming, I'm coming." And once the inner door opens, you see the owner, Simon. He is a older man, and he is very. It feels like his appearance fits the vibe of his shop, because his appearance is also not very well kept. As you are about to see, his beard is and hair are very long and very dirty as well. You see all sorts of leaves and herbs hanging around on his facial hair, also on his clothing. He looks like the type of person that would pay more attention to what he's doing uh, in his line of work than how he presents himself, what other people might think of him, judging by his looks.
How tall is he?
Also, I forgot to say, now that I wanted to say before I showed the artwork, but yeah, he does look like a bit like Hagrid from Harry Potter. But
Okay.
yeah, and he's tall. He's very tall. One thing that you guys have to know about me is that anytime you ask me how tall something is, I have to Google what 1 meter and 90 centimeters are in feet or miles. So
Oh, I
he's
got that.
around 6'2". Okay.
Well, if you want to just tell us the meters, we could Google it too to make it a
Yeah,
little
Yeah,
easier for you.
make it easier on you. Yeah, good idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have Google too. Don't worry.
And
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
Canadian, so meters are okay for me. So it's all right. All right.
Hello, hello.
there.
Hello.
How can I help you?
We are in need of adventuring gear, potions, and such. What do you carry?
Oh, I have this. Just the right type that you might need. It's a potion that can close your wounds, that can revigorate you, gives you more energy, more stamina to keep pushing on. It's also rich in minerals and it can serve as a almost like a complement to your meals. You know
How
that
many do you have?
when you're out there adventuring, exploring old temples, exploring the wilderness,
Yes.
you
Yes, sir, we got it.
every now and then you forget to have a healthy meal, right? you forget to keep it balanced. So, a health potion every now and then can help you maintain your bodily functions.
How many do you have?
How many do you need? I have a few lying around, but I don't know if it's urgent. I can prepare some more. They usually
It's
take
not urgent.
yeah, they usually
Yes.
take 3 or 4 days to be ready to be sold.
How much do you charge for a potion?
Yeah, I usually charge 60 gold pieces. These are of a not your average health potions, you see. I have a special recipe. That will-
Really?
yes, really.
Want to share?
No, it's a secret.
No. Okay.
What else do you have with respect to what adventurers might need if they were to be going through a dungeon or a labyrinth or something that might be more tricksy?
Oh, I do have a potion of climbing, if that's what you're looking for. That's the ready. I mean, there are more in my recipe book that I can prepare, but it depends on your need.
Sure. Would you have time to itemize what you can make so that we know what we can come to you for?
Well, yeah, it's much easier for you to state what
Did you have anything that would turn somebody invisible?
oh. Invisibility, eh?
Yes.
It seems to be funny. You're not the first one that asks me for invisibility this week.
Oh,
It's
say, who would that be?
another customer. Nothing to worry about. But as
Oh,
I
no,
said,
the reason why, you know what? Actually, this is very important because we have a friend of ours that we've been looking to meet up with that we know has been in town, and we know that this is where they got their invisibility potion from,
oh,
and
certainly,
we're looking to find him.
certainly not from me, but because
Oh no?
as I told him, I'm going to tell you as well. Those are they're not hard to prepare, but they're hard to find the right ingredients.
Oh, so you didn't prepare it for him?
No, I didn't. And also he that client in particular, he didn't have the funds for what I asked of him.
See, can you describe him in better detail so that I can know if it's the person I'm looking for? Because I only have a description. It's very vague. Would you be so kind?
But it's been some days now. I don't quite remember all the details, but he was
I understand. Please do your best.
around
Be helpful.
your age, I believe. Yeah, there isn't much to him that caught my eyes. He
Human? Was he
hu-
human?
yeah, he appeared human.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so we're on the right track. About 6 feet or a bit shorter?
Yeah, a little shorter.
Yeah, that
skinnier.
sounds like we might be the same.
But he dressed pretty well for an adventurer.
And how so? Can you elaborate?
He certainly could pass as a nobleman.
Was there anything interesting about his hairstyle or hair color or anything? Facial cues? Anything that stood out?
No, nothing stood out. As far as I
Brown,
remember.
brownish hair, medium length brown hair.
No, it was black hair.
Black. Okay. Like a dark brown or black.
Very dark.
Okay. Mid length, mid to long.
DM,
Yes.
what does the store smell like?
Ooh.
Is it really stinky in here or
Actually,
more earthy?
yeah, actually it's earthy, but you can capture a scent of incense, almost like he doesn't he isn't very organized on the visuals. Everything is sort of thrown around, but he took a little bit of care with the smell. He put up some
Okay.
good smelly herbs to burn to make the place better.
Okay.
At this point, Ghost will turn to the party and say, and look at everybody and kind of wink with one of his eyes, like a very slow, methodical wink. Say, this might be the person I'm supposed to be looking for that he's describing.
Finna look a little confused and say, yes, possibly so.
Are you done talking to him? Can I talk to him now?
Well, go ahead.
So, mister, I like alchemy too. You got any alchemy supplies that I could get?
Yes. I do have alchemist supplies too, for sale.
Oh, good. How much? I'm looking for a full kit.
Let me just double check. I do have alchemist supplies. It's no, not the one from 2014. The newer one. Where is it? Oh yeah, it's 50 gold pieces, my friend.
Really, 50 gold pieces?
Yes.
I got some goblin teeth. Would you take that?
Ah, goblin. You have goblin teeth
I do.
for trade.
For trade, I got 5 of them. There you go.
Let me take a look. And he examines the teeth. He bites the teeth. Ah, no. These goblins weren't albino goblins, right? They were the regular kinda. Yeah.
Oh, I never said they were albino, did I? I just said they were goblins.
But you announced that you had the teeth, so
Well, I give you
Energetically.
that. I give you that and 10 gold.
huh. I don't have much use for these ones.
You need albino goblin teeth, is what you're saying?
Yeah, those are more rare to find. So
Where do you find those types of goblins?
you usually on the same tribes. Well, but-
Sorry? On the what?
oh, usually on the same tribes that you find the regular kind.
Okay. So while Sparks is speaking with the Hagrid or Simon, Ghost will speak with Finn and Dry. He'll kind of pull them off to the side and say, "This person that he's describing that came to look for the potion of invisibility might be a lead on somebody that we may want to talk to the knight about."
Sure. DM, did he describe what he might have been wearing?
He
Like-
he describes fancy clothes, but not
Oh, okay.
like
He didn't.
not the description doesn't match the description of how you remember the stranger from the caravan. And also, he
Okay.
described it that the customer that asked for invisibility potions was human, not a tiefling.
Yeah, not.
Yeah.
I got
Early-
you.
Those are the
Early 20s.
yeah.
Yeah.
Those are the two discrepancies. The way he described how he speaks, it could pass as similar. The way he dresses, it could be considered similar, but not the exact same outfit.
Gotcha. Okay. I was just curious. I didn't know if he like gave us a specific description on it.
Mhm.
Okay.
That's what Ghost was trying to get as specific as possible.
Yeah, but you can see that he struggles to remember most of the things that you ask. So you ask, how tall was he, and he was around. So he takes some time to remember.
It's okay. Anything will help. That's fine. Does anybody else want
I
to?
think, Ghost, it would be a good idea to try to get more information on the lead before we take it back to the night.
Okay. Sounds good. Ghost is out of question, so if anybody else wants to step forward.
Sparks is talking alchemy with the guy until the group pulls him away
Okay.
or
I guess
interrupts him.
The group will interrupt Sparks.
Dryad, yeah, Dryad would ask. I don't mean to sound negative, but do you have much dealing with shady folk?
Of course not. No, I'm a lawful merchant.
We do insight on him.
Right. That was my question.
Yeah.
I was about to say, how does he react when she mentioned that to him? Like.
No, that's outrageous. But yeah, you can roll insight to see if he is. Ooh. Mhm.
Oh.
Okay, both are successes. Both are good rolls.
Oh, it was reconnecting me.
He was.
Sorry.
No worries. Do you want to roll as well? See if you capture the same.
Yeah, I was trying, but it's making me refresh the page. So you can go ahead.
Okay.
That's
Well,
fine.
we're already at a 23, so you should be good.
Oh, okay. Nice.
He. You could even say that his surprise. He was surprised when you asked him that, and you could even say that he was a little bit afraid of your question. It feels very much as if he has something to hide when he tries to find he stumbles and tries to find the words to negate the accusation. No, of course not. I'm always on the side of the law. I abide with the law. Any.
Ghost
Oh,
looks at
that's-
Dryad and says he thinks he protests a bit much.
Dryad will look at him and go, "That's too bad. I was hoping to find somebody who could sell me some thieves' tools."
Well, certainly not me. You certainly shouldn't be so open about your intentions.
Why not? I mean, I've got Steve's tools right here.
We're adventurers.
Yeah, I was specifically
for
trained.
like-
How do you think I get through locks?
Yeah.
For like if we're in a dungeon and getting into chests and things.
Well, but you know that you can buy most of the tools of a thief without asking for thieves' tools. I mean, they are tools for all for work.
They
But
really
it's
are
just more fun to buy them from the source.
What? He's a thief? As I point to.
No.
Of course not. Of course.
No,
That's
no,
outrageous. No.
I mean, you said buy it from the source.
I wasn't saying buy it from him. I was-
Oh, okay. I got you. I'm sorry. Let me step back. Y'all are talking. I need to wait. I don't need to interrupt. Okay.
It's fine. No, it was just a silly question. It's nothing important, so thank you though for your time and for talking to Sparks about alchemy.
Well,
Lord knows I won't do it.
When I get the money, I'll get out some alchemy supplies and make my own stuff. You know, as if he turns around and starts walking out the door because he's mad he doesn't have the money.
Well, come back anytime. Me, a member of the Thieves Guild. No, I'm no thief. He starts mumbling to himself. He sounded very suspicious for all of you, but yeah. So you're leaving?
I'm walking outside. I just stand outside the door waiting for everybody.
Yeah, I think Drea would walk outside and then like let them all know that there is something fishy about him, but not sure if it's going to get us in the right direction.
Ghost will interject and he will say something to the effect of, my intuition tells me he knows more than he's letting on, but that he's really maybe a conduit without even knowing he's caught up in something that he's not even aware of.
Look, if he's hiding something, let's go talk to him again. I mean,
But I don't think he even knows what he's hiding. He just doesn't seem to know enough.
I'm confused.
So you'll see Finn definitely scratch his head and say, "So, where are we going now?"
Well, we have a list
Well-
of names, places. We have the list of
Right.
suspects.
Or
That's right. That's right.
there are other options. We could stick around here, wait till he leaves and follow him. Or
Oh, I thought you for
we
sure were going to say
could-
break into play.
Or
Do you-
we could break into the place.
I like that.
When
I need
you
some
mention
alchemy
that,
supplies.
Ghost will step back and say, I will not participate in criminal activities.
Dude, are you an adventurer?
No, that's what you say. No. I like the idea of following him, but do you think he might lead us somewhere?
That seems
Kind of
more
just
valid.
shrug his shoulders.
I prefer that.
I don't know. The other option is to look for a place that is marked as a Thieves Guild meetup spot.
would you be able to identify a place like that?
Me?
Yes.
Oh no, I'm just a simple farmer. And she just flashes you a smile.
I'm not a simple farmer, and I know how to open locks. I got trained.
DM, are there any animals tethered around here? Horses, anything close by?
Yes, there are a few horses around. And
I'm gonna use Speak with Animals.
ooh, okay.
And I'm looking to find, it says consume spell slot. No, I don't want to use that. I just want to use my 1 use per day. I have the spell and I have the use per day. Actually, I think I have 2 uses per day. Let's see, where is it? Yeah, I have 2 uses per day of the use and 1 of the spell. I'm just going to use the reuse. And I want to ask the horses how long they've been tethered in this area.
I'm here waiting for my human for, I believe, since early morning.
If I was to describe another human to you in detail, would you be able to let me know if you've seen that human or similar type? What I'm looking for is other humans my height, and I point upwards so they know I'm talking height because they're horses. Maybe taller than me, around my height, all dressed in this dark color, not the bright like sunlight and colors you see in flowers, but dark black like this. Have you seen other individuals go into that store over there that we just came out of throughout the day?
Yeah, there wasn't many customers in that shop, so I don't think so. And you described 90% of the humans that I saw today. It's really hard for me to tell you apart.
Ghost will reach into his rations and pull out like something like carrot or apple or something like that and give it to the horses and say thank you.
Yummy.
He'll walk back to the group. And is there any questions that we'd want to ask these horses? They've been standing here all day watching this area. I tried to describe individuals that would be similar to possibly rogues or thieves dressed in dark, but
I always like to interpret that whoever has the spell, like speak with animals, can communicate to the animal, but it doesn't mean that the others around can as well. So for them, you just went to the horse and you started grinding like, "Rrr!" and the horse responded. And then you came back. Yeah, I just talked to the horse.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and he'll look at the party like, is that something that nobody else here can do? Speak to animals? I'm sorry. Is that not normal?
No.
Oh.
No, darling.
Okay.
I speak with him sometimes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I was just curious if they've been here long, and they've been here this whole day, but they haven't seen anybody come in and out of the shop. There hasn't been many people or anybody dressed suspiciously. That I don't know if there's any questions we want to ask them, because I still have some time that I can speak with them.
Can you ask them what grass makes the best type of manure to use in fertilizing the plants of this type?
Okay. Anybody else?
Nothing that I can think of.
Yeah, same here.
Okay, then we're back to possibly waiting to see if the shopkeeper Simon leaves and follows. We can follow him, or continue on investigating the list of suspects.
Yeah, you have.
Doing-
I was about to remind you that you have a list with 2 more names.
Yeah. Do we know what time it is, more or less, in the day?
It's you just had breakfast when you left the inn, so it's still early. Maybe it's around
Okay.
midday. It's nearing midday.
Oh, maybe we should just go on and by the other suspects, see what we can find out. Do we want to leave somebody here?
That sounds good.
Okay. I know you're new at this adventuring thing, but one thing you never want to do, even though we do it all the time, but even we say we never want to do it. Don't split the party.
Very well.
Because I mean, we split the party every time I go to bed, but nobody ever says anything about that. And then when you get attacked, what do you happen? You all have to come together to fight it.
All right, then. What's the second closest suspect?
Cool. You hear of 2 other suspects that Caradoc wanted you to investigate. One of them is a apprentice or a helper at a local forge, at a local blacksmith. But it is noted that she is believed she is also believed to be part of to be an associate with the Thieves Guild, the Corge.
Ooh.
It's believed that she is smuggling goods in and out of the city. Whenever she has any crates or any equipment from the blacksmith to travel around, she uses the opportunity to smuggle contraband. And the other one is someone that's marked as being a let's say, how is the best the most pleasant way to say it's, yeah, let's go with the actual word. He's a beggar in the streets of the city of Turvin. Why a beggar is a suspect, it is unclear for you, but he is marked as one of the main suspects of the.
They could be posing as a beggar, but not really a beggar.
Yeah.
Got it.
That maybe it.
All right, let's start with him.
He's not too far from where you are right now.
Perfect.
At least he doesn't have a fixated place, right?
Of course.
But
He's probably around a certain area.
yeah, he's around a certain area.
Ghost will look at the party and say the beggar, between the apprentice helper is smuggling and tied to Thieves Guild, might be more visible than a beggar. A beggar may be easier for us to start with.
True, but I have a theory on how we can get her to talk.
Retail?
Money.
Well, are you coughing us up some?
Hey, I can't even buy alchemy supplies. How do you think I'm gonna cough up? I give you a gold piece.
I doubt she'll give us information for a gold piece. No. Um, so we just left. What was the name of the shop, DM?
Simon's Alchemist Shop.
Yeah.
Okay. We just left Almond's alchemy shop.
Simon.
We go to her and we say we have something we need to smuggle out of the city. And Simon from the alchemy shop recommended her as the best in the biz. And see if she takes the bait.
Okay. I'll
If
talk
she-
to her.
If she doesn't, we could be outed. Like if she thinks that that's
True.
we're lying, or knows we're lying, or there's no connection between them, there's going to be more suspicion put upon us. We don't want to
There's
draw
a risk.
suspicion. Not yet.
Okay.
I think we should
All
be a little
right.
more subtle and careful still. I'd say that's a
Let us go talk to the beggar then.
yeah. I think that other idea is probably something maybe a little further down the line if we're completely stumped and have no better options, and we got to start being a little more devil may care, shall we say? Now,
Okay.
let's see if we can find the beggar.
Great. So, you go after him. He's described as being a stout halfling, but who happens to look like a dwarf because he has a very very voluminous beard, and he appeared the type. Okay. You only have his description and the name he answers for, which is Harrod. Let me just write that down for you. So you go to the merchants district. You actually were already there. You start asking around, seeing if there's some information on Harrod, and eventually you're pointed towards him, and you find someone who matches the description. He is bald. He has, as I said, a very large beard, and it's already gray in color for he appears to be of an older age. He has his back curved up front, but he appears to not be in a good mood. When you find him, he appears aggressive. He appears as if he is very pissed off. Okay, and you can see that on the artwork as well.
He has a dagger in his hand.
The dagger isn't in his hand, but you do see that
You can see it.
of all the possessions that a beggar could have, he does carry a dagger with him.
All right. Good stuff. Stout halfling. Okay.
Hey, mister, you okay? You look a little ticked.
What does you have to do with it?
You looked a little mad. I mean, I was just trying to, be nice. Hey, here. And I give him a ration. Want something to eat?
Ah. Stick it up your. Ah.
Now, wait a minute here. I am trying to be nice.
Oh, you want to be nice?
Didn't I say that?
No. So
Yeah, I
you-
did.
The little man wants to be nice. So why don't you start by giving me gold, right? Giving me a good place to sleep, a good night's sleep. And instead of a tasteless ration, you give me a proper banquet. That would be really nice.
I don't have that kind of money.
Ah, now you don't want to be nice no more. Ah.
Ghost will step forward in between the two of them. Do you have a preference of places that you like to dine?
Who are you people? What do you want from me?
We are new to the city and we're just walking through, and my friend here saw that you seemed to be in straits of such, and just offering to find a place. We're looking for a place to have lunch. You just mentioned that you need some food, so we thought you might as well join us. Is that not what people do in this town? You can keep laughing or scoffing, or you can join us for lunch. It's your choice.
You know what? I'll not fall for that. You bring here the lunch, as you said, and then we'll talk.
We're talking about going into a place of your choice to eat where you feel safe and comfortable. We don't know which place is best. It's close by. All you have to do is tell us where and go sit there with us, and we will ensure that you don't have to pay for your lunch. You're just keeping us company.
Okay.
We're new to this town. That's all.
Make a persuasion check. Okay, I'll roll 2 dice. Oof. It's not a sum, it's just yeah, okay. Well, I think this. I never thought this day would come, to be completely honest. But yeah, why not? Let's go find something to eat. Something that
Very
doesn't
well. Pick your place.
suck completely.
The ghost will put out his hand and say, please, show us your favorite place to dine.
I don't have a favorite place. What do you think I? Why do you think I live on the streets and eat trash?
And do you know of an inn somewhere close by here that we could...
Yeah. I'll find something. But anyways,
Well. Lead on.
you're like one of those fancy people who came here for the festivities.
No, we're just wandering adventurers, brand new to this town. Looking to learn about it and experience.
Adventurers. And what is that? You just go.
We go from city to city, from dungeon to dungeon, from town to town, defeating monsters and all types of creatures for rewards.
So you risk your lives
Every day.
for gold.
And sometimes for a maiden in distress, sometimes for a family who needs help. Sometimes we'll rescue an animal in distress.
So you don't end up like me.
There's no guarantees in life, sir. We don't know how we'll end up. We're just living our day, one day at a time. We don't judge. We're not here to tell you what you can or can't be or who we will or won't be. This is not our place. We're literally just here to get a warm meal, learn about this town that we're here at for our first time, and you seemed like you needed a meal. That's all.
Well, it will be. I will be very pissed if I find out that you want anything else. Just saying.
Ghost will look at the party, and then back at him. Say, how much do they charge for an average lunch
Of,
in one of these inns?
On average, it's a few copper pieces, like 2 or 3. It's enough for you to.
Perfect. The ghost has like 25 gold on him, I think. So, please pick your place.
Mm-hmm.
We're buying.
Okay. He decides what he wants to eat. It costs 3 copper pieces. He goes for a taco. Okay. And he eats it very as someone who doesn't seem to mind the notion that you find it unpleasant to look at or anything like it. He just devours his taco without care.
Sounds like a normal taco eating to me.
Ghosts will order multiple tacos for everybody, and a keg or a large tankard of ale for everybody, including what's his Heron.
Dry is over there sitting eating tacos with like a fork and a knife, all proper.
Look over. Might want to slow down on that drink there, Drya.
Ghost will like look over and wink, as in like making sure he meets Finn's and Drya's eye, like as in yes, don't drink too much. We want him to drink. So.
After he finishes, he says, "Yeah, that's one hell of a good time. Yeah, you're surely someone the saints will look back with kindness, unlike me."
Why do you say that about
You
yourself? Why?
say such.
Yeah. Why are you so down on yourself?
You don't want to hear it. It's a long story.
We have lots of food and lots of ale sitting in front of us. We have only time. We're adventurers. Remember I told you, adventurers love to learn and share stories. We'll share stories of our escapades if you like, but you may only have this one opportunity to tell some perfect strangers about yourself. You want to take the opportunity or not? It's your choice.
No. You talk so eloquently, Q, that I almost feel the need to do as you say.
Well then how about we share first?
Nah, I'm okay. I'm gonna be brief and then I'm going to leave you be, okay?
Make sure before you leave you order some more to go.
Stop being nice. Just yeah. Anyways, name's Harand. I'm very old, and I live in the streets, and I eat trash. But it's not always been like this. I was once someone who had access to great sum of valuables. I was the best in my profession, the best burglar in the city, the best at pickpocketing. I could even try to go for your coin purse right now, and you wouldn't even notice. But I'm
That's impressive.
retired.
Was that your choice?
Nah, hell no. I was cursed.
Ooh. What god cursed you?
I don't know if it's a god, a saint, or a demon. Maybe a fae.
What did the curse do to you?
I stole something that I shouldn't have. It's like someone said that it would last for 7 years. So I still have 6 more to go. Whenever I try to do something, whenever I go for it, my eyes are on the birdie, something bad happens. It's like I'm unable to be lucky. And it's unnatural. I go for a purse, and then something bizarre like a pigeon shits on the person's head, and they turn around. And it's every single time. A dog will bark and they will look around, or they will trip and fall, and right when I'm about to get a catch. And how do you make a living then?
You have no other skills that you can parlay into a meaningful work?
No skills, no friends, because I was always a loner. And I bet that the curse would extend to anything else that I try to do.
You seem to be eating okay and drinking okay.
Yeah, because that was all you.
What do you mean?
I didn't did shit. You just offered to pay for my taco, so
Correct me if I'm wrong, sir. Your mind seems sharp still, though. And you've been in this city for how long?
in the city my whole life.
Yes. You've been in this city here
Yeah.
your whole life. So you must know much about it.
A thing or two.
Then you may be extremely valuable to an adventuring party. You know what makes a successful entrepreneur, a successful adventurer? Do you know what is their guiding principle? What's most important to them? Do you know?
What is it?
It's information. The more information an adventuring party has, the less likely it is to make mistakes. The more likely it is to make the right decision. We are new to this city. We know nothing about it. You've been here your whole life. You have so much information. Do you not see where that could be of value?
So you mean like an adventuring coach?
Yes. An advisor.
I can teach people to change their mindset.
You've been through the worst. You're living the worst. When somebody goes to hell and back, they come back with lessons. And other people, their perspective, they won't understand. You can share a perspective on life in this town and the people here that no one else would know. You could turn your curse upside down if you choose to look at it differently.
Yeah, well. What is going on? Is my bad luck finally going away?
I believe that luck is a choice. It's not what happens to us in life, sir. It's how we choose to respond. You just need to change your perspective.
Okay. Yeah, I'll think about that. See what I can do. But it's a good idea. I like it.
And take your food to go, and if you ever want to talk again, we'll be around.
Okay. Off topic now. Are you going to ask him about the ring or about the theft? Or are you just going to help a random stranger and just leave it be?
We're setting him up for future conversation.
Okay. Does anyone else want to interact here before he leaves? No? Okay.
No. I'm tempted, but no.
He thanks you once again and well, be seeing you.
We hope to. Thank you for your time.
You can see the change that you have made, for he appears a little brighter, as if his bad mood,
Have some hope.
yeah, is all washed away.
So as soon as he leaves, Ghost will turn to the party and say, I hope you understand, based on Spark's initial interaction with him, we weren't going to get very far. I just figured take the opportunity to possibly build a rapport with him. Kind of like a soft sell where we kind of develop a relationship and not come on too hard, because I think if we had to come on hard, perhaps he would have just balked at us and told us to go bleep ourselves, and we would be out a possible source. Somebody who's, as soon as he told us about living in this city his whole life, and the fact that he's been a thief, that means he's going to know about the Thieves Guild. He's going to know everybody, the whole infrastructure. He's going to know the whole royal family. He's going to have so much information that we could potentially use. This could be an extremely valuable resource. I think we have to play him the right way.
Yes, I think you're correct.
Smart
Networking is sometimes more important than the
Dashing ahead.
immediate. Yes.
Good. I hope I didn't overstep.
Oh, no. By all means,
Okay. So,
take the
how much is
reins
the
if need be.
charge for lunch, DM?
3 copper pieces for each taco. Or,
So we had probably like 15 of those plus the ale.
yeah, you make the math. And 1 copper for each cup of ale.
Okay. So we'll round it up to like gold. Ghost will give the tavern keeper a gold piece and keep the change.
A gold pieces, I believe it's around 100 copper pieces.
Yep.
Okay. You. Thanks. You want anything else? One for the ride?
Sure, why not? Please.
Okay. So Sparks, Finn, you have been silent for the longest.
Oh, I'm not allowed to talk anymore.
Never said that.
Yes, you did. You rolled your eyes, you flicked your nails, and then he started
Okay.
talking. And then he started talking. Everybody
Never
else
said
shut
it
up.
out loud. How about that?
But I will say this, Mr. Ghosty.
Yes, sir.
Tacos were good.
I'm glad you enjoyed them. What's a taco?
What the hell? We just got drunk.
Oh, got it. All right. I've done my bit. Who's next? Who has ideas? Do you want to go check out The Apprentice, or do we want to do something else? Any thoughts?
I think we should probably check out our next lead.
Very well. Everyone agree?
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Go ahead and start talking to them too.
Now it's Finn's turn.
Well, as you are about to go search for the smuggler slash blacksmith
Apprentice.
apprentice, trying to see if there's any lead, any possibility that brings you closer to solving the puzzle. You start to think that, yeah, networking could be good, but have you made any real progress yet? Maybe
Slowly.
you should start to ask more questions, or try to investigate a little bit further. But
Yeah.
that will have to wait a week for us to see how it goes. For tonight's session is about to end right now.
Nice, guys. That was a fun one. That was an interesting one for sure.
Yeah.